gonna talk my shit on this song.
Come on, boys.
Wake up in the morning and I'm feeling like a shit. I'ma hop inside the shower, we gon' meet up with the clique. No, we going to the mall and now my fit be looking fixed. We gon' stop by K Juniors at the cooler to my wrist.
A wannabe social media influencer for the website Roblox and a sub-community known as the RTC, Roblox Twitter community, has been in some hot water since November of 2023. You most likely have never heard of him, going by the name ArmoredReality. When attempting to get on the good side of Alaskan reality, Flags Worldwide has been attempting to battle pedophilia allegations, but not for the good of changing, but for the good of saving his online reputation as, and I quote, "This is all I have." For the duration of the video, I will be referring to him as Flags Worldwide, or just Flags, as that's what I knew him as when I was friends with him. I knew about Flags back in the 1RTR Roblox group shortly after winning a spot in Bo-Op and didn't really know who he was until the APH drama went down. But this isn't what the video is about. For a period of time, I saw Flags as a good friend. I confided information with him in events and helped him through his tough times as well, which was all purged, all of my DMs, after the following events in order to keep him from trying to use my personal life issues as blackmail. In November of 2023, Flags released a video with defamatory claims against me and Dingus, trying to call me a neo-Nazi and Dingus a hardened criminal. We released a response video, and of course, he ignored everything said in the video and kept trying to bring it back to APH, which I didn't allow and proceeded to mute him off my channel and delete any irrelevant comment he made. What I didn't include in that video was his behavior towards me and Louis, which will have to be taken with half a grain of salt, as I only have a piece of evidence to support his behavior in this section. Flags would often make concerning comments towards me, doing that thing where you say something super sus and then delete it immediately after. The only thing I have of this deplorable shit is him telling me to go rape Louis. He'd also spin whatever I would say around with things such as, "Oh, just wait until you're 18, or various versions of that, and other flirtatious behavior based on what would not be appropriate for me, a minor, and the two other minors present in the chat. But me being underage didn't stop his degenerate comments about me. This next section of the video is going to go over his actions and the events that led up to me wanting to make this video on him, with permission and a large amount of thanks from and to Overmask and Ari. TDLR, Flags and Cast being Flags' boyfriend, sent their genitalia in a GC with a minor, whom all three were in a polycule. During September of this year, Flags and someone known as Cast would begin a romantic relationship after only knowing each other for under a day. Cast completely abandoning their other relationship with someone who I refer to as Han for simplicity's sake. Han would be alerted to the situation by Overmask, receiving screenshots from a server Flags and Cast were in. It would roughly explain the situation to Han. Han would reach out to Cast himself, asking about the group chat and allegations, and Cast would deny any of this happening. However, a video of the group chat where Flags and Cast sent their genitals in would prove otherwise. Flags is confirmed to be 20 and Cast is aged around 20. Ari was 17 years old. People were added into this GC in an attempt to prove everything Flags and Cast were doing was completely normal. Cast would then attempt a guilt-tripping method, telling Han to just call the FBI and have me locked up, and how they have nothing to lose. Cast would then attempt to delete any and all evidence they could. However, Han managed to capture the images of Flags and Cast sending their genitals to the GC with the minor in there. Cast would then proclaim, "I'm going to call the police and let myself get shot," essentially suicide by cop. But this was just them trying to guilt trip even more. Han was attempting to get a hold of Cast's local PD, but was unable to due to international restrictions. Meanwhile, Flags was silently deleting evidence in the GC. Then, Flags started to speak up, clearly panicking and begging for them not to go public with this information, and stating that he hasn't even been in the GC in months, which was quickly debunked, and Flags fled after being caught. Flags would then begin damage control, calling other people pedophiles and making tweets such as, "Retweet if you hate pedophiles," projecting on a biblical scale. Cast and Flags began to lie their way out of the situation, starting with leaking screenshots of Ari quote-unquote going insane. Ari, who just found out was being manipulated by grown adults. Flags would then attempt to say that Ari wiggled her way into the relationship, which, might I add, you knew Ari's age, and it's your responsibility to be the adult and tell Ari, "No, you're a kid." And then he tried to claim that Ari can indeed consent, assuming he's going by his gospel of, "In Ari's country, it's legal," which, might I say, here is the law stating where you're in the wrong. Even more attempts at damage control, Flags began to fake screenshots of Ari saying the N-word, which was only backed up by Flags & Co. with no evidence. These images can be easily proven as fake when looking at the noise levels between text. The next day, they, Cast & Co., continued their lying campaign, saying how they did not send any images, Cast and Flags nudes, and stating how they are going to make a doc on Ari going insane, and I quote from Han's experience, completely ignoring the fact they manipulated a neurodivergent minor into sexting. This is a off-script adding into the context Ari is indeed autistic. This is pretty straightforward. As you can see, this video is a little shorter than the other one. I actually put together the timeline and everything. I just wanted this to be quick, simple. Here's the information, here's what's happening. And I will have a link to a Google Drive containing everything used in this video, plus other things that were probably not mentioned, as I just wanted to get this clear, what I said before. And this next section is going to be running over a dead horse. It's just going to be a summary of the last video I made, replying to Flags' original video. I had someone try and say humor is objective, in which you're half right, but in the context of the events of trying to call me a Nazi, no, it's not. It would make sense if I was saying these things out in public forums or social media, but every joke he tried to use as a point against me was said in a private group chat in which we all share the same humor. I sound like a broken record, but everything said in there was not for you or the public. Also, to reiterate, Flags trying to double down on Twitter to call me a Nazi, I literally could not be a Nazi. I am a gay man dating a person of color. Even if I try to proclaim myself as one, real Nazis would have my head on a stick. One last time, I support the LGBT rights, yada yada yada. That's not me trying to say that to get you all off my back. I'm just tired of having to say it. These are also my rights. So, yeah, I understand I have little reach here on YouTube, and this video may not spread as much as I'd like it to, but that's the reality of the situation. Roblox doesn't care about the real pedophiles on the platform, and this degenerate is mainly active on Twitter. However, since he claims this is all he has, this video is a good start. I want to thank Ari and Overmask for providing the information, and Ari, you are very brave to come out against someone like this, and I applaud you for that. If you or someone you know are being sexually abused by an adult, talk to someone you trust. It may seem scary, but it isn't your fault. Your safety is top priority.
The worst thing that you can do is wait. Tell the police. Tell your parents. They will not judge you. They will not look down upon you. You will not be in trouble. If you are experiencing this or have experienced this, time is key. If you do not report this within the first day, there is a very high likelihood that the person behind this, such as ArmoredReality and his degeneracy, will get away with what they've done. In this case, me and Flint are making sure that he will not get away with this. I personally have reached out to the FBI and a local detective in Flags' area. They are working on this case currently, and he should be scared. Thank you for your time. And remember, you are not alone. There are many more like you, like me, that have lived through these terrible things.
I think this is a good direction to head my channel in, as I've been wondering what I should do with it for the last year or so, uploading random content and whatnot. So right now I'm going to proclaim this channel as a Roblox commentary channel. Yeah.